Hello and welcome to How to Use Langston University's online catalog. This guide will help you to use the library's website, search databases, find full text, and utilize the library's many resources. The library's website is crucial to finding relevant information in your field of study. From the library website, you can access the catalog, the databases, subject guides, and receive reference assistance. To begin your search, you'll go to Langston's homepage at www.langston.edu. As you see on your screen, you'll want to click on the Academics link, which I've circled in red. Go ahead and hover your mouse over to Resources and then down to Libraries, and click the Libraries tab to get to the library's homepage. You're now at the library's website. As you can see, there are a number of choices. Today you just want to click on Catalog, Databases, and Subject Guides. Now that you're at the Catalog, Databases, and Subject Guides page, you're going to see several ways of searching the library's catalog. You have the Lion search, you have Catalog, Databases, and Subject Guides, Find Electronic Books, and Find Articles. These are just different ways of searching the same catalog and databases. You may find that you like one more than another because you'll get better search results depending on how you like to search and what works best for you. We'll go ahead and start with the Lion search. The Lion search is a single interface, much like Google, that combines the resources provided by Langston University libraries. The software provides a single gateway to search the extensive electronic resources of the library. So whatever you put into your search box here is going to be searched through the entire catalog, so you're not going to miss anything. It's going to search books, articles, media, and everything that the library owns. Once you put in your key terms and hit the search button, you'll see results something like this on the right side of your screen. As you can see, there are many ways to refine your search. You can do that by content type, subject terms, publication date, library location, and language. Another way to sort the materials is by relevance or date. If you look in the top right-hand corner, you can see that it's automatically chosen relevance, but you can drop this down and change it to date. If you do that, you're going to have articles with the most recent date on top, but they may not be the most relevant materials. As I said in the previous slide, these results are compiled of all of Langston's catalogs and databases. So everything that we own should come up here in your Lion search. As a side note, anytime you use the databases or catalog and want to click on one of the materials, you're going to be prompted to enter the first 4 letters of your last name and the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. This won't happen every time you're in a session, but every time you close the session and begin a new one, you're going to have to do this. Now let's go ahead and search the catalog using our basic search the catalog function. Go ahead and hit the hyperlink for search the catalog, and what you're going to see first is what I have here on the top of the page, the basic search. In the basic search, you can search by title keyword, exact title, author, subject, journal title, call number, or you can go ahead and search all of the fields. And then you'll see the tabs next to it are Advanced, Subject, Author, Course Reserve, and New Books. In the Advanced search, you're going to have a lot more options. The advanced search is going to let you go beyond the basic search by letting you put in keywords and then choosing to look for any of these, all of these, or the whole keyword as a phrase within the material you're looking for. And you can see that you can also search for the keyword anywhere in the material. You can search for it in the title, the author's name, the series. You'll also be able to limit your search by year, location, place, type, status, format, or language. Next, we'll go ahead and look at doing a search by subject. The subject search is very basic. You just want to type in your subject, hit return, and you will receive your results. We also have the author search, which is pretty much just like the subject search. You just put in the author's last name and first name and go ahead and search, and it's going to find all records that have that author included in them. Next, we'll look at the course reserve slide. To look for a course reserve, go ahead and click on the tab and search either by instructor, department, course, or section. Finally, we have the New Books tab. Now we see the New Books tab, and if you want to search for new books, you'll see there is a drop-down, but actually there's only one choice, electronic books. And this is because all new books coming in are going to be ebooks. And then if you look to the right, you have another drop-down, and that allows you to search for books that came in either during the current week, the last 2 weeks, the last 3 weeks, or the last 4 weeks. And that concludes our Search the Catalog function. Let's go ahead and look at the library subject guides. The library subject guides include research assistance, subject guides, and useful resources compiled by the librarians here at Langston. There are 13 guides which cover a variety of subjects. These can be especially helpful if you're having difficulties with your research. And if you look to the left of your screen, you'll see the 13 different guides. And go ahead and choose one that's right for you and click on it. I'm going to go ahead and click on Business Administration. Under this subject guide, you'll see that there are tabs at the top. And these are just a list of different ways to find the best resources. To the left, you have the hours for the G. Lamar Harrison Library, but we also have the OKC Library and the Tulsa Library. You can contact this library if yours is closed, or you can go ahead and text one of the librarians. In the middle, you'll see some general information about the guide and decide if it's helpful for you. And then on the very right, you have the librarian who created this tutorial and her phone number and email in case you need to contact her. Next, let's look at the Find Books tab. In the middle here, you'll see recommended databases for this subject. And she's chosen several here. You can go ahead and click on any of them and search for your key terms. She also, at the bottom, has suggested that you might use Google Scholar, which is just a breakdown in Google where you can put in search terms and also find articles. Next, let's look at the Find Books tab. Under Find Books, she's listed here at the top the line search, which we discussed. And her second is to search the catalog, the basic search. Her third is to use WorldCat database, which is under the list of databases. And then finally, she has the Google Book Search, which is like the Google Scholar, only it's going to search for books instead of articles. Let's see what we've got under the Find Facts tab. Under the Find Facts tab, she's included a book that she feels will help you find many facts on this resource. And then she's included a way to connect to the book online. Now let's go ahead and click on Find Web Resources. And under Web Resources, she's included 4 different sources here: Black Enterprise, Business News and Strategy for Entrepreneurs, Business Week and Forbes Magazine, and you can see that she has a hyperlink to each of these to make it easier for you. And finally, we're going to end up going to Cite Your Sources. Let's click on the Cite Your Sources tab. Under Cite Your Sources, she's included a couple of resources at the top for citing in MLA and APA. That's through Purdue OWL. And you can also pick up the book for each citation style at the checkout desk at the library. And on the bottom, you'll see that she has some information about plagiarism and then a tutorial on plagiarism, just so you can get an idea of exactly what it is and what not to do. Now we'll look at the databases A to Z and databases by subject. If you look at the left, you'll see the screen for databases A to Z. And this just includes all the databases listed out in alphabetical order. And if you look to the right of that, you'll see it begins with Academic Search Premier and then ends with WorldCat. And if you'll look to the right, we have the databases by subject, which includes all the same databases as A to Z, only here they're sorted out by subject. There are 9 different headings, and this can help you to limit what you're looking for. Now we'll look at Find Electronic Books. Here we have the eBrary and the EBSCOhost Electronic Book Collection. If you look to the left of your screen, you'll see the home page for the eBrary. At the very top, you'll see that you can do a simple search, so you can put in keywords, title, author, and go ahead and hit the search button. You can also change that to an advanced search or search all subjects. And if you look at the tabs on the top, you can also log in, so you'll need to create your own little login, and then you can add some of these resources that you find to your bookshelf. That way, whenever you come back, you'll have everything saved. And then if we look below this, we'll see Browse by Topic, and they've included a number of topics and photographs to go with them. And at the very bottom left-hand corner, they've also given you a tutorial on how to download these books onto your Android device, an iPad, iPhone, or iPod Touch. Let's go ahead and click on the Social Sciences and see what that page looks like. And once we've clicked on the Social Sciences, this is what we're going to see. If you look at the top of the tabs again, next to Bookshelf, you have the Quick View. And the Quick View will let you see recent searches that you've done. And so if you've forgotten something and you need to go back to it, you can go ahead and click on that. Below that, we have the title results. You can also change that to chapter or searches. And you'll see in the search button, they've included the LC call number. And that means that they have the social sciences are included in H1 to HX971. And that's just exactly what you would see if you went into a library and looked on the spine of the book. That would be the section that contains the social sciences. And then below that, they have the option of adding more text and more key subject terms. And if you press the plus button to the right of that, you can add as many of those fields as you need to keep lowering your search. And they have also included here for you a list of some of their own search terms that they think might be helpful, so you could click on one of those. And if you don't click on one of those, you see you'll have 19,000 documents to look through. If you don't go ahead and limit this search at all, you're going to have that many documents. So it's a good idea to use some of these keywords to limit what you're looking for. And if you look to the right, you'll have a Save Search button, which will allow you to save your search that you've done if you think you did a really good search and you want to go ahead and save it. And next to that, you have Export Search Results, which means you can go ahead and export them from this database and save them onto your computer or some other storage device. And you can also sort your results by relevance, title, contributor, publisher, or date. And you do need to know, if you want to use some of these, you're going to have to create a login. So in order to use the bookshelf, you have to create a login for yourself and to save your searches. Now we'll go ahead and look at EBSCOhost's electronic book collection. When you click on the link here, you're going to be taken to EBSCOhost's homepage. So you'll need to look in the top left corner and go ahead and click on eBooks. Now that you've clicked on the eBooks, you're going to see this page, and you can see you can browse by category, and that's to your very left here, and there are several different categories to choose from. They also have a few little boxes here, highlights. Those are just books that they want to highlight and get you interested in. And then some featured books that it's pretty much the same thing. They want you to go ahead and look at them. They might be popular titles. At the upper left-hand corner, you'll see also a basic search box, and you can put your title in there, author, however you want to look for your book, and just hit the search button. And they also have the information on how to download these books to your Android device or your iPad or your iPhone or your computer. And that's at the bottom left-hand corner right under Browse by Category. Now we'll look under Find Articles. Here you have two different ways to search for electronic journals. We have the Electronic Journal Service and Serial Solutions A to Z. Under the Electronic Journal Service, you can browse for electronic journals by title, subject, or publisher. And for Serial Solutions A to Z, you can browse for electronic journals by title, subject, or ISSN. This is the home page for the Electronic Journal Service, and you'll see that you can go ahead and browse through a list of all the journals on the top left there. You can find a specific journal. You can browse a list of subject categories and then view all of the journals that fall into that category. You can find specific articles using the Find Articles feature. You can also find articles that cover a specific topic by searching for keywords in the titles, abstracts, or even the full text of millions of articles. And lastly, you can read article abstracts and link directly to full text. And if you look at the screen here, you'll see that each of these search listings has more options. So if you're not finding what you want, go ahead and click on one of those. At the top, we also have the Find Journals, Find Articles, etc. But you'll see there's also marked items. And if you will create a login for yourself here, you can use that feature to mark the items that you like, and then they will always be saved onto your account. Now we'll take a look at Serial Solutions A to Z. This is the home page for Serial Solutions A to Z, where I mentioned you can browse the journals by title, subject, or ISSN. And if you look at the top of your screen, you can see the drop-down where you're able to search by title begins with, title equals, title contains all words, or the ISSN number, which is the unique number for the journal that you might be looking for. Of course, underneath that we have browse journals by title, and another drop-down underneath, browse e-journals by subject, and if you click on that, you're going to get a long list of different subjects. And then you have search for keywords in e-resources, and so they give you their own list of keywords here. And if any of them look good to you, you can go ahead and click on one and see what comes up. If Langston Libraries don't own the material that you're looking for, we can do what's called an interlibrary loan. An interlibrary loan is when we go ahead and request a book or journal article from a different library. And you can go ahead and make one of these requests by sending an email to ill@lunet.edu, or you can come into any of your libraries to do this. What you'll need to do if you're going to email for a book include the author, title, date, publisher, and place of publication. For an article, include the full title of the periodical, the volume number, the year, the pages that you need, and the author and title of the article. You'll know your materials have arrived because we will either contact you by phone or email, and the material may be picked up at the circulation desk of the library. All you'll need to do is present your Langston University ID. This is a free service. However, in the event that the only available source of a particular request has a fee, the borrower will be notified and given the option of obtaining this source. As far as fines go, lending libraries determine the terms of a loan, and the borrower must abide by these terms. So the due date may be completely different than our due date. Loan materials must be returned promptly to avoid jeopardizing our relationship with the lending library. Patrons will be notified in writing of overdue books within 5 working days past the due date. Books which are not returned within 5 additional days will be assessed fines of a minimum of $1 per day beginning 5 days past the due date. Books not returned within 2 weeks of their due dates will be considered lost, and patrons will be fined for the replacement costs of these items as determined by the lending libraries. Students who have unpaid library fines will be placed on a bursar's hold until such fines are cleared. This is just some information about the copyright law, and it governs the making of photocopies or other reproductions of copyrighted materials by libraries and archives. So basically what this means is that we're not going to go ahead and copy a complete journal for you. We can't do that, but we can get articles for you from that journal, and we're not going to be able to copy, of course, a full book for you. We also have what's called the OK Share Card. The OK Share Card is a cooperative agreement among the college and university libraries of the state of Oklahoma, where a student's home institution can issue a library identification card that will allow you to visit other Oklahoma academic libraries and check out their materials. Any member of the student body, staff, or faculty of Langston University is eligible for an OK Share Card. You can use it any time that is convenient for you to use another institution's library. It is especially useful if you're in a rush and do not have time to wait for an interlibrary loan item to arrive. The card is good for 1 full semester and can be renewed continuously until you are no longer affiliated with Langston University. You can get the OK Share Card at G. Lamar Harrison Library, LU Tulsa Learning Resource Center, and the LU OKC Library. All you'll need to do is fill out the OK Share Card application at your campus's library circulation desk and present your current Langston University identification card. LU OK students may apply at the LU OKC Library. The OK Share Card is free, and you are responsible for any materials borrowed with your OK Share Card. Your ID number will be kept on file at each university that you use. If you look to the right, we have a list of participating colleges and universities. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions about this presentation, you can go ahead and give me a call or send me an email.